Hey church, it's Pastor Daniel here at the desk, ready for another edition of Midweek Minute or Two, your weekly time of encouragement and teaching, and hopefully just a time for us to stay connected. If you've been with us much, you know the drill. We put 2 minutes on the clock and we get started. You ready? Let's do it. And we're going. Today's Midweek Minute comes in story form, and it comes from a book I wrote a couple years ago with a friend called The Longest Lent. And this story begins when I'm sitting minding my own business in my church office and somebody knocks on my door and said, "Hey, preacher, what happened to your truck?" Now, my anxiety got up when somebody said, "Hey, preacher, what happened to your truck?" Because in that day and that time, my truck meant a lot to me. I'd had that truck for a long time, and I remember the days when I was so proud to get it at the very beginning. It was the truck that I had wanted when I was 16 years old. It was a truck that was big and tough and could haul heavy things. All the things in my mind that the 16-year-old me wanted to be able to do too. It's a truck that had seen me through fatherhood, the earliest days of it. It had been with me when I church planted. It had been with me when we bought our first house and we did all of the standard homeowner things. It hauled wood and mulch and all that stuff. And so when somebody said, "Hey, preacher, what's wrong with your truck?" I got a little worried and I followed them quickly out into the parking lot. When they showed me in the parking lot what was wrong with my truck, it was the logo on the tailgate. See, the logo that lives at the center of the tailgate had all of its contrasting color chip away, and all that was left was the chrome oval of Ford. And while you could still kind of tell it was a Ford, you couldn't see in vivid, clear reality its identity. Lent is a time in which we begin our journey by clearly marking our identity. We wear the cross quite literally on our foreheads. But as we begin Lent this season and join Jesus on his journey to Jerusalem, I can't help but wonder how many of us have had the miles and miles of life wear away the vividness of our identity, wear away the vividness of the visual identity as a follower of Jesus that is our lived life. And how might we say yes to vivifying and making new our identity and our life in Christ this Lenten season? I hope you'll join me on this journey to Jerusalem.